based on the image of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and former South Korean President Moon Jae-in in 2018, there was hope that the Korean Peninsula would be reunified after nearly a century of division. President Moon even praised the young North Korean leader, emphasizing Kim's politeness and sincerity. However, on January 10, 2024, the North Korean state news agency, KCNA, quoted Kim Jong-un as stating that South Korea is the primary foe and declaring the need to enhance military capabilities for self-defense, prioritizing nuclear deterrence. "We don't want war, but we have no intention of avoiding it," Kim was quoted as saying by KCNA. The situation on the Korean Peninsula is becoming increasingly tense, and any provocative action could escalate tensions and even lead to war. In such a scenario, the question arises, in the event of armed conflict, would North Korea or South Korea be stronger? Let's briefly review the capabilities of both countries. Some may find it normal, as everything seems clear-cut during the day. North Korea is far behind South Korea. South Korea has the 12th largest economy globally, ranking 4th in Asia, while North Korea ranks last on the continent. However, to provide a more objective assessment, let's analyze economic potential, a factor that can help a nation rise in the future. In terms of land area, South Korea and North Korea are roughly equivalent. The North is only about 20,000 square kilometers larger than the South. Regarding population, South Korea has double the population of North Korea, with around 51.2 million people compared to North Korea's 25 million. This means that the labor force in the South is larger. However, North Korea possesses superior mineral resources compared to its neighbor, with over 200 types of minerals, including gold, iron, quartz, zinc, and copper, valued at over $10 trillion. In contrast, South Korea is considered poor in terms of mineral resources. Moreover, North Korea has a massive reserve of rare earth elements, a crucial component in electronic components, which is essential in the ongoing technological revolution. However, being resource-rich does not necessarily guarantee success, as seen in the cases of South Korea and North Korea. South Korea has developed an open economy with the support of the superpower, the United States, and has emerged as an economic powerhouse in Asia. Its nominal GDP is $1,629 billion, with a per capita income of $43,029 per year, ranking among the wealthiest nations. South Korea is the 7th largest exporter globally, primarily focusing on high-tech goods in line with current trends. In contrast, North Korea's GDP is only around $35 billion, with a per capita income of $1,700, and nearly half of its population living in poverty and requiring regular food assistance. Thus, South Korea has a stronger economy, and a strong economy often leads to investments in the military. Therefore, it is not surprising that the South Korean military is considered among the top 6 in the world, while North Korea ranks 25th. However, a closer examination reveals that one should not underestimate the military of Chairman Kim Jong-un. Despite having half the population of South Korea, North Korea has a military force double in size. Specifically, as of 2021, North Korea maintains a standing military of about 1.2 million troops, with reserves totaling up to 5.7 million people. In comparison, South Korea has 600,000 active duty troops and 3.1 million reserves. All branches of the military in Pyongyang, including the Army, Air Force, and Navy, outnumber their counterparts in Seoul. North Korea ranks 4th in the world in terms of military strength. Regarding military hardware, Pyongyang also surpasses its neighbor. North Korea has 6,000 tanks compared to South Korea's 2,600, 2,100 artillery pieces compared to South Korea's 575, and 71 submarines compared to South Korea's 18. Fighter jets are roughly equivalent in both countries. Despite having a larger quantity, North Korea's weapons may not be as modern as those of South Korea, which benefits from military support from the United States. North Korea is heavily embargoed by the US and the United Nations, so its weapons are mainly donated by China and to some extent Russia, and they have also produced a lot themselves. The U.S. presence in South Korea is significant. It has the largest U.S. military base abroad. Currently, the number of U.S. soldiers stationed in Korea is 26,400 soldiers, distributed in 73 military bases across the country. According to the agreement between the two countries, the Korean government must pay $1 billion per year to receive military support from the U.S. But the presence of the United States right next to the border does not make North Korea afraid. Since coming to power in 2011, President Kim Jong-un has ordered up to 150 missile tests, many than all the missile tests of previous generations. But this missile testing ranges from short-range ballistic missile with a range of less than 1,000 kilometers to intercontinental ballistic missile with a minimum range of 5,500 kilometers, commonly used to carry nuclear weapons. And once again, North Korea's nuclear capabilities are mentioned. That is the reason why they have been embargoed by the whole world for more than half a century. Currently, there are only 9 countries in the world using nuclear weapons. In addition to the 3 leading countries in nuclear weapons, the US, Russia, and China, there are also countries such as France, Britain, India, Pakistan, Israel, and North Korea. This country's money and resources have been used to invest mainly in nuclear weapons. And more importantly, in 2013, North Korea withdrew from the Nuclear Proliferation Treaty, an international United Nations agreement to prevent the use of nuclear weapons. Most recently, in September 2017, North Korea is believed to have tested a gas bomb, an atomic bomb with extremely powerful destructive power. North Korea has been subject to many international sanctions due to its nuclear weapons and ballistic missile testing programs. South Korea and the U.S. are still maintaining military exercises near the border as a precaution. The North Korean side condemned these actions and said it was an act of provocation for war. The situation is still very tense until now. I hope that there won't be any war because, if there is, the ones who suffer the most are still the innocent civilians.